Welcome. Today, we're embarking on a fascinating journey into the world of one of nature's most industrious creatures, the ant. Have you ever wondered how these tiny insects, some measuring just a few millimeters in length, manage to locate food with such uncanny precision? How do colonies of thousands, sometimes millions, coordinate their efforts to keep everyone fed? Imagine if you could smell a freshly baked pie from miles away. Sounds like a superpower, right? Well, for ants, this isn't far from reality. Ants possess an incredibly developed sense of smell that puts our human noses to shame. But what makes their sense of smell so exceptional? Let's break it down with some fascinating figures. Ants have approximately 400 distinct odorant receptors in their antennae. Now, you might think, that doesn't sound like much? After all, humans have around 5 million olfactory receptors in our noses. But here's the kicker. Despite having fewer receptors, ants can detect scents at concentrations as low as parts per trillion. To put that into perspective, that's like being able to smell a single drop of lemon juice in an Olympic-sized swimming pool. The secret to ants' olfactory prowess lies in the structure of their antennae. These aren't just simple feelers, they're highly sophisticated sensory organs. Each antenna consists of 3 main parts: the scape, which is the base of the antenna attached to the ant's head; the pedicel, which acts as a stem connecting the base to the business end of the antenna; and the flagellum, where the magic happens. The flagellum is a long, segmented part divided into smaller segments called flagellomeres. These flagellomeres are packed with sensory cells that not only detect smells, but also help ants taste and navigate their environment. It's like having a nose, tongue, and GPS system all rolled into one. Now, let's talk about how ants share information about food sources. Have you ever seen a line of ants marching in perfect formation towards a food source? They're not just following the leader, they're following an invisible trail of chemicals called pheromones. When a worker ant discovers food, it doesn't keep the secret to itself. Instead, it leaves a trail of pheromones on its way back to the nest. This chemical trail acts as a roadmap for other ants to follow. But here's where it gets really interesting. The strength of the pheromone trail indicates the quality and quantity of the food source. The better the find, the stronger the trail. As more ants follow the trail and find the food, they add their own pheromones to the path. This reinforces the trail, making it stronger and easier for other ants to follow. It's a bit like a highway becoming wider and more well-traveled over time. This system ensures that the most valuable food sources get the most attention from the colony. While their sense of smell is impressive, ants don't rely on it alone. They're equipped with compound eyes that provide them with a unique view of the world. These eyes are made up of numerous tiny lenses called ommatidia. The number of ommatidia varies by species, but some ants can have up to 600 ommatidia per eye. These compound eyes give ants a wide field of vision, allowing them to detect movement and changes in light intensity. While they may not see in high definition like we do, their vision is perfectly adapted for navigating their environment and spotting potential food sources. Did you know that ants can hear through their bodies? They're highly sensitive to vibrations, detecting them through their legs and body. This ability helps them sense movements in their environment, potentially signaling nearby food sources or threats. Ants can detect vibrations at frequencies ranging from 100 to 1000 Hz. To put that into context, the human ear typically detects sounds between 20 Hz and 20,000 Hz. So, while ants might not be able to enjoy a symphony orchestra, their vibrational sensing is perfectly tuned for their needs in nature. Some ant species have developed an incredible ability to use polarized sunlight as a compass. By tracking the position of the sun in the sky, these ants can navigate back to their nest in a straight line after foraging for food. This ability, known as path integration, allows ants to venture far from their nest, sometimes up to 200 meters or more, and still find their way home with pinpoint accuracy. Ants can sense carbon dioxide produced by their nestmates. This unique ability helps them locate their nest entrance when returning from foraging trips. The concentration of CO2 around an ant nest can be up to 100 times higher than the surrounding air, creating a chemical beacon that guides foraging ants home. Before ants commit to bringing food back to the colony, they perform a quick taste test. How? With their maxillary palps, sensory appendages located near their mouth parts. These palps are equipped with chemoreceptors that allow ants to sample potential food sources and detect chemical signals. The maxillary palps can detect a wide range of chemical compounds, helping ants distinguish between different types of sugars, proteins, and other nutrients. This ensures they bring back only the best and most nutritious food for their colony. From their incredible sense of smell to their ability to navigate using the sun, ants truly are nature's tiny marvels when it comes to finding food. Their complex sensory systems, combined with impressive teamwork, make them one of the most successful foragers in the insect world. The next time you see an ant trail in your kitchen or garden, take a moment to appreciate the sophisticated sensory network and social organization at work. These tiny creatures remind us that sometimes the most impressive feats of nature come in the smallest packages.